In the past few months, we have adapted and grappled with the unknown. We rethink what matters to us and what keeps us believing. At this special online edition of the Here Arts Carnival,
search within, reach out to touch someone,
connect in the space between.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Here Arts Carnival online edition. I'm Shireen, and I'll be your MC for tonight. For those of you who are here for the first time, this is the biggest arts carnival on campus brought to you by NUS Centre for the Arts. Thank you all for joining us on our very first online edition of the carnival. Because even though we're all staying home and apart from one another, we believe that the arts has the power to bridge that distance between us. And that's why we're bringing you live streamed content straight to your screens. So grab some snacks and join us as we begin on our 3-day journey. So, to start the night off, we have some boba tea vouchers to give away. If you'd like to win them, you need to first be registered on our live chat function, Chat Space, where you will not only be able to win prizes, but also chat with the featured performers tonight. Now, let's see who I can see on Chat Space to say hello to. Okay, Denise Lowe. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Here Arts Carnival. I also see Jess Tan. Thank you for joining us. Aisha and Rachel Lee. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us. So as you can see, Chat Space is a place where you can let us know what you think, as well as win prizes during our Here to Win segment. So if you aren't registered yet, you should quickly do so now under the register button on the website. We'll be revealing the quiz question in just a few minutes. So as mentioned earlier, we have some boba tea vouchers to give away. Now these giveaways are going to be happening every hour on the hour. To stand a chance to win, you'll have to answer a question about here. That's right. So get to know our programs like the back of your hand, and you might just win some attractive prizes. All of the answers to our giveaways can be found on the Here program pages all across the Here website. So all you have to do is type in the answer to the question, and the first 2 people to get it right stand a chance to win the prize of the night. $50 worth of boba tea vouchers. Are you guys ready? Okay, here's the first question of the night. So kicking off this year's Here Arts Carnival is the virtual opening show that you guys just saw. In this montage of synchronized videos, how many CFA groups are featured in the performance? Send your answers to our chat space. Remember to type them in. Okay, so while waiting for the answers to come in, let me first share the theme for the Here Arts Carnival. So this year's theme is In the Space Between. This theme is an apt reminder that we are not alone and that the arts can connect us in so many wonderful ways, including caring for the people around us. Even though we might be physically distant from each other, the space between us can still bring us together. So we have created programs for these 3 nights, knowing that the arts has the ability to bridge that physical distance and those social gaps and remind us that we aren't alone. And as we find new ways to make use of the digital space to interact, we're also discovering new ways to appreciate the people around us. Okay, the entries are in. We have found our winners for tonight and we'll be contacting you through your registered email addresses by next Monday, so do look out for that. Now for all you pizza lovers out there, yeah, you guys know who you are. Stay glued to the screen because in our next Here to Win segment, we'll be giving away Domino's pizza vouchers. So stay tuned for that and all of the other exciting programs that are lined up. So our first program of the night brings us back on campus to the University Cultural Centre. But this isn't just any old tour. This is an exclusive backstage pass to some of the nooks and crannies in one of our most prestigious performing spaces. Join James, our multimedia expert, as he brings you around these hidden spaces in UCC. Over to you, James.
Welcome to University Cultural Centre. My name is James. I was a casual here and today I'm a full-time. And I'm going to bring you to a backstage tour to show you more things that you never see before. This is a store that we keep piano. There's 2 pianos down here. One will be a Steinway grand piano and a Yamaha baby grand. The reason why we keep it here, because this room is a humidity control room. As you can see, there's a dehumidifier to preserve our piano, always in good condition. Many famous people play here too. Next, I'm going to show you another location. This is a loading bay passage, leads up to the stage and connected to our loading bay. You can load a very big props via these two doors directly into the stage. This is a projection room. Okay, currently this is on a rear projection setup. As you can see, there's another projector sitting down here. There is a purpose. Okay, this is actually a backup for this. If you are from the audience seat, you will be able to see a very nice image from this projector, and because this is a very, very bright projector. Our highest lumens projector, 20,000. Next, let's go to the hall cockpit. This is a cockpit, it's a control area. On my right, there's a lighting board. On my left, there's a sound board. I like to be here because I can hear what the audience hear, and I have a very good visual cue. This is the center of the show. Everything you see from the stage is controlled from here. Without here, the show can't go on. This is the secondary sound control room. Sometimes we control the audio from here, lighting from the other side, as well as the video from the next door. From here, the stage is in front of you. You can have a very clear view as well. Next, let's go to the amp room. This is the amplifier room. It houses the intercom and the sound system in UCC. This is a follow spot room. We have 4 follow spots in this place. Follow spot operator need to manually maneuver the light to track on the artist. Right now, we are at the catwalk, and this is where we focus the light. This is a fly gallery. We have a hybrid system in our place. This is the manual one, and we have the motorized one on the ground. This is theatre, our smaller venue. It comes with a configurable seating. Let's take a look how it works. Impressive, isn't it? Look at how it transformed. Well, this is the end of the tour. Thank you for joining. Until next time, goodbye.
Hi, I'm Raj, and I'm the manager with production services in UCC. I work with a team of very experienced and knowledgeable people to do technical support for all incoming production in UCC. As you have seen in the video, whereby James was talking to you regarding operating from the hall cockpit area. Yes, it is true that if a production has to be a successful, it also depends on the technician how they execute the audio as well as the video. So that cockpit area is the best position for a sound engineer as well as the lighting operator to execute their cues and to see the show being coming out live, giving life to the show. As well as you also have seen in the video regarding flybar, uh, where you see James was pulling and pushing the flybar. And in fact, what he was doing is, when I say flybar, means it's a bar where you bring down and put hang props and fly it up and down during the show as required. And we also have a motorized flybar too, where we operate it from the floor to well, it's all executed through computer. As for projection, we can also do front and back projection. In the video, James was showing you the projection room where we do back projection from that area. If you want to do front projection, we have to go to the second level of the auditorium to do the projection. And all right, let's. If the viewers who wants to know more about UCC, you can log into the here website, right? And you can post all your questions, and I will be able to see what you want to know. And can we see the first question? All right, the question is, what's the difference between the cockpit and the secondary control room? Okay, cockpit is on the lower ground where it is within the audience, right? Where the sound engineer and the lighting operator will be sitting with the audience and executing their cues. Whereas in secondary sound room, we call it secondary sound room, is at the second level where you are not within the audience, and though you have a area to see what is happening on stage, the operating from the secondary control room will not be as good as doing it from the audience area. All right, can we see the next question? Okay, what is the catwalk? Okay, catwalk is the area where we have the follow spot, as well as we have the field light, which is coming from the top to the stage. And we have to there are lights. You have seen in the video that there are lights, and we have to focus the lights so that the audience, the artist face is lit up, and that is where we put all the lights and the catwalk. And also the follow spot is also at the catwalk, where you saw James following, moving the follow spot up and down. That is to follow the artist, especially during a dance or a musical, where you want to highlight the artist moving, and then that is why we have a follow spot to highlight, to move with the artist. Can I have the next question? Okay, the question is, how can we book events in the UCC hall and theatre? All right, there is a team of venue people where you can go to www.UCC venue, and you can write to them to get more details about the booking for hall as well as theatre. Let's see the next question. Okay, the question is there always music when the chairs in UCC theatre are being collapsed? Okay, right. You can do when we collapse all the chairs, the seating area, we can create like a chamber orchestra, and where a few, maybe about 50 or 60 audience can sit down and listen to the chamber orchestra. Right? You can have even like a black box. We can create a black box where the artist is doing the act in the center, and it's surrounded by audience. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, what are the colorful things in the control room? All right, the control room is not colorful. It is just equipped with a lot of sound equipment and lighting, what you call that, board, where you can execute whatever cues or adjusting the sound from the control. It also has got the patch bay for the sound, and where you route your sound to the speakers and all that. Yeah. Let's take the next question. Oh, how big is UCC Hall? Well, one has to come there and see. It's not. I can't say how big or small it is. It all depends. It's on. It's a very subjective question, whereby you can say it's big or you can say it's small. Yeah. Let's take the next question. Okay, you want to know about the backstage tours. Yes, as I said, you can write to venues, all right, and you can check with them whether they are conducting backstage tours, and maybe they can give you more detail to uh, that backstage tours when they do the backstage tour. Let's take the next question. Well, is UCC open for events now? UCC is open, but because of this pandemic, you have to still check with venue, and there are certain things that they may, certain restrictions they may have, whereby you can check with and book if you need to. Yeah. Let's take the next question. What kind of shows does UCC normally do? All right, we do a lot of seminars. We do uh, musical. We do music performance. We have dramas also, dance shows. All right, and yeah, talk shows. Yeah, talk shows. Like for example, when I say musical means like you can have a show whereby you have dialogue and singing session happening with a lot of sceneries moving up and down in the fly bar. And for a orchestra, you can have an orchestra performance also, where CFA groups have performed, like the Chinese orchestra, the Wind Symphony, and the Symphony Orchestra. When these orchestras perform, the whole stage is really changed into like a real symphony orchestra's scene, where we have the acoustic towers and the ceiling set up for them, with the risers set up, and maybe 100 artists sitting, and that is for the orchestra. And for a dance show, we will have dance mat laid for them, for the dancers, so that to get is to protect their feet, and when they perform their dance. And we have side lights to enhance the effect for the dancers. And we have also moving heads which will be hanged on the flybar. And it all depends on how the designer designs for a dance show. And you can see when the show is happening, you will see how the lighting effects and is taking place, well, for the dance show. Yeah. Okay. Can we have the next question? Okay. How do you get into production? I don't quite understand this question, but anyway, if you want to join a production team, you can write in and see how we can get you into like an internship to start you off in as basic, to learn the. Oh, okay, okay. All right. How did I get? Okay, I got you wrong. So, okay, anyway, I was trained actually as a sound engineer, and I was working for those days they call it Singapore Broadcasting Corporation as a sound engineer. And then I came in to work in UCC in the year 2000. And in 2001, UCC was open to the public. We had the first show in 2001, opening of UCC. And slowly I became a production coordinator, where I started to talk to hirers regarding the various department involved in a show, and take down their requirements, what sort of shows they're going to do, and what other people are involved. And when the hirer comes in on the bumping day, I make sure that all the necessary requirements are fulfilled till they bump out on after the show. So that's how I started actually becoming a engineer, and then becoming a production coordinator, and then now I'm a manager. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time to say bye, and I hope to see all of you in UCC soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Raj. Wow, I really miss being in the performance spaces, especially the stage at UCC. I myself have spent some time there, pacing up and down nervously backstage at UCC, desperately trying to memorize my lines. As a theatre person, I can't even imagine what it would be like to perform digitally without a stage. But luckily, I won't have to imagine much longer, because Screenshots has made that a reality. We're now going to get a glimpse of theatre in our socially distanced world. Stay with us as we dive into tonight's Screenshots. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shireen and welcome to Screenshots. Screenshots is an experiment in theatre where some of our own students have written original plays that will take place entirely over Zoom. For tonight, we'll have 2 performances. The first play this evening is Sumus Thesaurus by NUS Stage, a play about class differences as 2 friends learn that navigating social distancing can be a very different experience for everyone. Offering us some perspective tonight is NUS Stage with Sumus Thesaurus.
Hey,
So, hey,
is that the contents of your bookshelf on your floor?
yeah, I'm really taking the free time now to shake things up and reorganize.
Looks like you're shaking things up, all right.
You're so rude! Anyways, look what I found. I've been looking for this for the longest time.
What's that? Is that a brontosaurus?
I think it's just one of the little toys that I managed to save from my mom from giving to my little sisters.
The long neck could also be a brachiosaurus or a diplodocus.
A diplodocus? Are you sure that's the name of a dinosaur? It doesn't have saurus, you know.
What about the saurus?
Ah, the Saurus, the most advanced dinosaur of them all. The first one to develop linguistic capabilities.
The most verbose dinosaur of them all, talking all their friends to death.
Oh, woe is the dino that is friends with the Thesaurus. The never-ending sound of that thing they called words.
The meteor was really a blessing in disguise. Boom! And finally they could enjoy the silence. How long do you think that poor dino's been hiding underneath all that?
Based on the excavation process, I found it under my secondary 3 prelim papers, so I'm thinking 5 years?
Poor thing, escaping mass extinction only to be buried under 5-year-old exam papers.
Hey, it's an occupational hazard, alright? At least I didn't throw anything away without sifting it through first.
Small mercies.
What are you doing?
Ugh, overtime.
Overtime? It's already 1 a.m.
They're rushing some kind of contract, and my uncle's been on edge with getting this thing done.
I told you you shouldn't work with family. Once you disappoint them, you can't just forget it and leave.
I should have thought about that earlier before agreeing to this internship. Maybe I've been happier at literally any one of the other 3 firms that accepted me.
Well, it's too late now.
I even heard one of them has got a great canteen too. But I guess that doesn't matter now with work from home.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they have gotten back to me sooner? I literally got an acceptance a day after I signed my uncle's contract.
A tragedy. I mean, it must be so difficult having all of these missed opportunities.
It really is. Well, that's what they say about how lawyers live. Work is life balance and all.
Honestly, that sounds terrible. You and your fancy law degree, and then what? Slaving away at corporate for the rest of your life?
I don't think it'll be that bad. What are you gonna do for the rest of your life?
Me, I don't really know. It's always going to be an adventure, a mystery, I guess.
Didn't you apply for some internships this summer?
Yeah, like a ton, but I've only gotten rejections so far, and the rest hasn't really gotten back to me, so I'm not really holding my breath.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, right? I mean, it's not that I could have done a remote internship anyway. My sisters are using my laptop to do their home-based learning.
Oh, they don't have their own?
No, we share. But anyway, I'm using the free time now to really think things through about my life.
And you decided you wanted less floor space?
Hey, it's part of the process, alright?
Yes, the process.
I'm married codoing my life. If it doesn't spark joy, then I'm throwing it away. Be it a book, piece of clothing, maybe even a person.
A person?
Yeah, I mean, if a person doesn't spark joy or isn't worth my time, then out she goes.
Do I spark joy?
Yes, of course you do, silly. You're my best friend. Of course you spark joy.
Good.
Hey, but don't get too cocky, alright? I'll throw you out if I have to.
So brutal, such standards. I'll try and humble myself then.
Much appreciated.
Ugh, reading this document is so painful. Why do they have to write with so many words?
There.
Maybe I should have just accepted that non-law internship at the theatre company.
The theatre company?
Yeah, Tim Rice. I got an offer there, but I decided to turn it down. Oh shit.
Tim Rice? You know, I applied there too. I never got a response from them.
I
There was the one internship I was really banking on. Why didn't you just tell me? At least I would have known that I was going to get it anyway.
I didn't want to upset you.
Wait, do you even like theatre? Or are you just trying to spot the market for everyone else now?
Max, I was just interested, okay? And I'm not spoiling the market for anyone. I just thought maybe if I turned it down, maybe you would like.
Maybe what? Maybe I'll get to be second place to you?
No!
You know what? You're just so dense. You're so blind to your privilege. Everything was given to you on a silver platter. You've always gotten what you wanted.
Silver platter? I've worked for all the things that I wanted because I wanted them.
And I didn't want them. The A's I didn't work hard enough for. Or the internships that never got back to me. The campus jobs that I never got. You think I didn't want them? You think the world gives everyone what it wants and works for? Is that what you thought?
Max, that's not what I meant.
No, all you do is talk about all the things that you have but you're not happy with and all the things that you want you actually get. Do you even know what it's like? Having to give up all your toys to your three little sisters because you can't afford anything new, or just having to give up your laptop so they can go to school. Or just trying to do internships in a room so small and everything's on the loudest volume. Do you even know what that's like? All you do is sit there in your comfortable little room in a semi-detached house, complaining incessantly about your A minus, when I'm over here struggling to put together a passing essay for finals while I'm stuck at home. Oh my god! Just
Max.
Shut up, Jamie. I think I need to leave. All right, I can't do this.
Max, Max, don't break up with me.
I think I just need some time alone. All right, no one's soon breaking up with anyone.
Promise?
You're so annoying.
Max, don't leave. Let's talk about things. At least let me apologize.
I still have half the mind to leave just so that you don't get what you want based on the virtue of you being you.
Can't help being lovable.
There's the leave button.
Okay, wait, don't go. I didn't know you felt that way. I'm sorry for implying that you haven't worked as hard or even harder than me. I never realized that I didn't know any of this was happening.
Well, it's not like I like talking about this, you know. It's no fun worrying about finding a job after graduating. If not, my sisters might not be able to go to school.
Shit, that bad?
Yeah,
Max, I must have been so insensitive. I'm so sorry.
no, it's just that sometimes you're just so angry. It's as if the world hasn't given you a single good thing.
It's given me you. Best friends are hard to find, especially the ones that call out your bullshit. I've been taking my privilege for granted a lot. I've even taken you for granted.
Damn right you have.
Have you been holding this anger in for a long time?
For long enough. I mean, I felt like such a failure, you know? I felt so ashamed that I was jealous of my own best friend.
Oh no, you're not a failure, okay? Look at you, Marie Kondoing your life, making the best out of your summer. You've always been so driven and positive, and I've always admired that about you.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember how we powered through finals? We were Zoom studying together almost every day, and you were convinced you were going to fail your lit exam. But you still said that things would be okay when I complained about my international law quiz. And then you got me to try and keep that gratitude journal, remember?
Now that was really wishful thinking.
But you were right. I should try that. Keep a gratitude journal or some kind of reminder of all the things that I have to be grateful for. I'm slow to learn, but I'm learning to be more grateful every day, and I learned that from you.
You're such a sap. Okay, okay. I forgive you, alright? You sparked too much joy for me to throw you away.
Yay, thanks. Did you know that the word thesaurus in Latin means treasure?
That's so pretentious. But okay, I guess I'm not too surprised. Words are a gift after all.
But I think that the greatest treasure, sumus thesaurus, is the friends that we make along the way.
Gross! Shut up and go do your work.
Go pack your room! Oh, my laptop is dying. Where's my charger? I'll call you back later, okay?
Yep, see you later.
See ya.
Next up, we have Class Reunion by NUS Chinese Drama. A meeting between old classmates resurfaces old problems that manifest in their lives now. Can their friendship withstand the test of time? Let's find out at the class reunion.
不错。
哎，不是，我们明年才摆酒。
Hello Serafina，你好。
嗨，你们好，怎么就你们两个？不是说就可明天同学会吗？
哦，志明说他今天孩子有 HBL 不能来，如云说他这5个月来天天上 Zoom 开会，他怕了，改天再跟我们联络。
丽娜她她会晚一点到，刚刚的会议她耽误了。
哇，你们不是早就分手了吗？怎么还帮他传话？老实说，你这次这么坚持这个同学会，是不是想念他呀？
哎呀，
还不是啦，申信刚刚说他今年结婚，他早就 move on 了。
哇，人家 circuit breaker 你结婚，那不是不必摆酒了，真省钱。
哎，今年注册，明年才摆酒。
切，我还以为我可以省下红包钱呢。
哇 ，Sarah，你已经不是我们之间的 treasurer 了，不必这么斤斤计较吧？你现在不是个阔太太吗？我还记得2年前你还捐款给我们母校呢。
对，我记得是为了建当时新的 Science Branch。
对，而且因为数额很大，校方还让你和你老公又上电视又上报的。
哦，对，我记得当时还是丽娜安排的访问。美美啊，我觉得这点小钱算你。什么？
我的名字是 Serafina， 你可以叫我 Sarah 或是李太太。
哎呦，圣心，亏你是班长，怎么记性这么差 ？Sarah 中3的时候就改名字了。
Hello， 对不起，我迟到了。大家最近都过得怎么样呀？
哎，最近天天在家只吃不动，腰围都大了2圈，明年白酒穿的西装都不一定装得下了。
哎，不要再说了，我又不能去 gym， 也不能游泳，身材大走样。再肥下去啊，我看我家所有的 Chanel， 我只能穿它了。
哇，好漂亮的耳环，是你老公送你的吗？
对啊，我老公在上海给我买的，限量款。
我什么都没有，除了煮饭、洗衣，还要照顾小孩。
是哦，娟婷，你家的3个小孩还好吗？
娟婷只有2个孩子。
啊？可是去年同学会的时候看到娟婷的肚子大大的，我还以为你又怀孕了。
我只是说不下来。
娟婷 ，You're breaking up， 我听不清楚。
我说我没有怀孕，我只是瘦不下来。
没事，会慢慢好的。
别说我啦，丽娜，你好像真的瘦了。
我哪里会瘦？还有人说我胖胖的比较好抱。
丽娜，你现在在交往？你之前不是一直说没时间找男朋友的吗？
我先说明，不是我找他。
他是新加坡人吗？
是。
Details， 你男朋友怎么知道你的？
因为他一直很主动来找我。
好羡慕啊！我老公永远不会主动。
不行了，我孩子午觉起来了，我得先走啦。
好，那我们以后再联络。
拜拜。
拜。Sarah， 我觉得你必须跟娟婷道歉。
啊？为什么？就因为我说她胖？嘿嘿 ，Come on，if she chooses to let herself go， 你不能怪我误会吧？
你没说错，娟婷去年的确是怀孕了。
So that's right. Oh shit！ 我真的不是故意的。
我没有说你是故意的，那既然是无心的，你就更应该道歉。
我改天上 Facebook 骗他了。
就打一通电话，有这么难吗？
哎呀，不是啦，我们这么久没联络，突然打电话给他很尴尬，而且我也不要特地为他流产的事情打电话给他吧，这样他会更伤心的，对吧？
随便你吧，只要你自己良心过得去就好。
丽娜，你已经不是以前的副班长了，我的良心已经不必你管了。
你怎么可以这么说话？
这样吧，丽娜，你回答我关于你男朋友的问题。 我就打电话给娟婷道歉。
Sarah，你是不是有点过分了？现在
没关系，你问吧。
OK，那他是做什么工作的？
机长。
哇，这么巧，跟我老公一样哎。你们几时认识？开始多久了
？2年前认识，开始了6个月了。
哇，所以他追了你1年半。Play hard to get。那他送过你什么呀？礼物会很贵吗？
我从来都不接受他的礼物。
这么快就为他着想了？那他每次都飞去上海找你？
不止上海，还有之前的纽约。
好浪漫哦。
所以你现在可以打电话了吗？
哎呀，我开玩笑的，为什么要打电话？娟婷过2天就会忘记的。
那你刚才是骗我的。哎，你这样很霸道哎！你从以前就是这样，永远都是你对，别人错，而且你从来都不听别人劝。
哇 ，Where is this coming from？ 你已经不是10年前的副班长，老师的 favorite student。Get off your moral high horse。Morals？
如果我有 morals 的话，我也不会跟你老公交往。
你说什么 ？Take it back。Don't shit with me。你跟我老公交往，你们在一起6个月，他追了你1年半，所以你们是在访谈的时候认识的？不可能，那个时候我老公还那么爱我，半年前他还特地买了这副耳环给我。
对不起。
喂，所以这副耳环是他买来送给你的，你没要，所以才。You bitch！ 居然插足朋友的婚姻。
你好像从来没把我当做过朋友吧
？Shut up！ Hypocrite！ You lying two-faced！
Sarah，我觉得我们都应该稍微冷静一下。
冷静？你叫我怎么冷静？除非他死了，我会整死你的。我会碰上所有的社交媒体，说鼎鼎大名的制作人 Lina 是不要脸的第三者，你等着吧。Facebook、TikTok、Instagram， 我一定会整死你的，让你没脸见人，你这个下三滥的贱货。
Sarah， 你还好吗？
你一定很看不起我。
所以你坚持要我今年办同学会，就是要积极告诉妹妹，向她道歉嘛。
我其实不是要故意利用你的。
你为什么要这么做？
可能是因为这次 COVID-19 被关在家里很久，自我检讨了很多。
那你以后打算怎么办？
什么怎么办？
美美她是会说到做到的人，她一定会在社交媒体上把你贬得一文不值。
我区区一个制作人，没有人会注意到我的，就算闹出绯闻，也很快就会被遗忘。媒体就是这么残酷。对不起，连累你了，我走了，谢谢你。
等一下，你明年同学会还会来吗？
应该不会，以后应该也不会了，保重。
保重。
你来了，我和他说了。
I guess it's time to call my lawyer.
你真的确定？
我们都计划这么久。
也是。
Unfortunately, tonight's screenshots has come to an end. We hope the stories have intrigued you and delighted you. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Man, That's Whack by One Brain Cell and Reconnecting by Connected. See you tomorrow. Wow, theatre over the screen is certainly very different, and these actors have done a great job with the new medium. Tell us what you think on Chat Space, a place where you can share your thoughts and stand a chance to win prizes during our Here to Win quiz segment. So if you aren't registered yet, you should do so quickly now under the register button on the website. Our next Here to Win segment is about to happen, so make sure you register quickly. All right, folks, I hope you are here to win in our next giveaway segment. You better have been paying attention because $50 worth of Domino's vouchers are on the line. For those of you who have just joined us, we'll be having these giveaways every hour. We'll be asking a question about our HERE programs, and all the answers to our giveaways can be found on the HERE website. All you have to do is type in the answer to our question in Chat Space, our live chat function, and the first 2 people to get it right stand a chance to win $50 worth of Domino's pizza vouchers. Are you guys ready? Here's the next question. Let's see if you were paying attention. Name one of the performances and the group that presented in screenshots. Type those answers in Chat Space. While waiting for the answers to come in, I want to tell you guys a little bit more about the other programs at the HERE Arts Carnival. So across the next 3 days, we'll be live streaming our show from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But we have programs that will be running throughout so that you can also explore them in your own time. One of these programs is Unmask, an interactive AI-driven audio-visual installation. It was specially developed in collaboration with NUS School of Computing. Unmask is a rallying call to come together for a new tomorrow. To be part of this collaborative artwork, head down to the Unmask page and upload a selfie of yourself. And let the Unmask team unite you with other photos to create a unique audio-visual artwork. Okay, the entries are in and we have found our winners. We'll be contacting you through your registered email addresses by next Monday, so please look out for that. In our next Here to Win segment happening in the next hour, we'll be giving out vouchers from the famous Steamboat Experience. Can you guys guess who? Hai Di Lao. So stay tuned for that and all of the other exciting programs coming up. Next on will be Open Circuit, our stay-at-home talent show. Are you wondering what kind of amazing tricks people can come up with behind closed doors? I'm excited to welcome my fellow host, Tara, to introduce to you the rising talent in NUS. Tara, take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Tara and welcome to Open Circuit. It's the contest show for viral videos made by our very own homegrown NUS talent. On the line stands up to $150 worth of boba tea vouchers and almost $60 in Spotify gift card value. Well, how much is that, you ask? It's about maybe half a year's worth of Spotify subscription and about half a year's worth of bubble tea if you drink one small size bubble tea twice per week. But maybe you've missed this or you don't know what Open Circuit is all about, so let's recap. Open Circuit was open to both NUS students and staff of all years and all faculties, you name it. So participants were challenged to create a 1-minute video using one of the following 5 circuit breaker starter pack elements. So for that we have pajamas, pets, Zoom, the video calling software, Dalgona coffee, and of course, toilet paper. Today we have with us the selected top 3 finalists to share about their videos live. Remember that voting has already commenced via the polling link available somewhere around me and perhaps in our video description, and it ends on noon of 21st August. Of course, you could wait till then to vote, but why not vote now, as soon as you can? So watch closely with me and meet our finalists so that you can quickly pick your favorite submission and help them to win. So with that, I guess we should move on to our first finalist, and let me try to just introduce their prompt. So, well, there's something that we all want, and there's something that we all need. And it's something that we just can't seem to live without. It's something that all of us rushed to grab when the government announced our lockdown. Well, it's the meme of our times, it's toilet paper. Toilet paper. Is inspired like countless TikToks, viral YouTube videos, all parodying the desperation for toilet paper and our absurd ecstasy at like just hoarding it. And of course, I'm sure all of you have seen these kinds of videos before. But one of our finalist videos kind of took a different spin on toilet paper. So they were turning toilet paper into money and more. So toilet paper, maybe it's worth its weight in gold like we treat it, or perhaps worth even more. Well, let's find out. So, hi Edward and, hi Edward, it's just you. Introduce yourself. So what year, what faculty are you from?
Hi, I'm Edward, and I'm a year 1 freshman in the School of Computing. I actually have a partner, David. Yeah.
I think there's some technical difficulties. I can't seem to be able to hear you, Edward. So sorry.
Like that. You can't hear Edward. Like there's 1, 2.
But yes. Okay. So I'll just talk a little bit about Edward's video. Edward, you hang in there. Okay. So Edward and his partner David, who is not able to join us today, unfortunately, they did they're a magician duo, and both of them have been doing magic for some time.
Edward hasn't started speaking yet. Try. Like this. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you
I
hear
can't.
me?
Sorry, Edward. I still can't hear you.
Carry on talking about the video.
So, okay, I'll continue a bit about Edward and David's video first, while we sort out some technical difficulties. So, Edward and David's video was a video inspired by another famous magician duo that I think the audio is working now, so they can tell you a little bit about that shortly.
Hello?
Yes,
No?
hi Edward.
Hi. Oh, okay, great.
So sorry about that. Yes. Okay, wait. So I was telling them how you were inspired to create this magic video by another famous magician duo that you really enjoy.
Oh yeah, actually this video was inspired by a magician that we really like called Shin Lim. So I found my partner David. Yeah, he's actually over here. Let's try this. Yeah. I got
Wait, you aren't going to make him appear, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try this on the count of 3. Watch. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
What? Hi, David. Okay, so wait, would you like to introduce David as well?
I'm David. I'm currently year 2. I'm from the School of DE. I'm studying industrial design.
Okay, so well, it's so great to have both of you online and that I can hear both of you, of course. So, how are you feeling to be finalists on Open Circuit tonight?
We're quite grateful because we didn't even expect to be able to make it as finalists. Because we just started this video just for fun. Like we just saw this magician Shin Lim and Xavier Mortimer, and we wanted to make a video similar to that. So it was quite amazing that we actually made it to come this far.
Okay, well, I guess we shouldn't give away the secret of like what you're doing in the video yet, unless there are any Shin Lim fans out there. But okay, so what are some things that you're hoping people will take away from your video?
So as I mentioned earlier, like when we first saw the video of Shin Lim doing the stuff online through a Zoom call, we thought that was like really cool and really fun to do. And so we actually, because he's a design student, he like actually drew quite a few photos and portraits, and we're like, okay, we can try this idea, we can try that idea. And we just hope that we made a video that was fun to watch and that people will enjoy.
Well, I'm sure that they will. So how about everybody, we move on to watching the video now, and we leave Edward and David for now.
So I'm here with my friend David today. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Edward? I have a new thing to show you. Check this out.
Alright. Some toilet paper. Whoa! Hey, can I have some of that?
Oh, you want some? Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, thanks. Alright, I'm gonna use my mask and pass it to you, okay? Get ready to take it.
Whoa. Okay, let me try to take this out. Wow.
Yes, it's yours now.
What? Is that all?
I'm gonna show you something else with this. Okay, and a wallet. Okay, check it out. I'm gonna put this inside here. Just like that. All the way. Okay, perfect. Ready? Now, watch. 3, 2, 1.
I got your money! Ha ha ha!
Hey dude, what the? Give me back my money!
No, bye bye!
Wow. So wait. First, like, how did you guys do that? Are you gonna have like a how-to tutorial video for aspiring musicians?
Actually, we do have lessons. It's about $200,000 for 1 hour of class with us to learn
No
how to be a
way.
musician.
Okay, no, maybe not for me then, but at least like tell us a little bit about your behind the scenes process. So, like, did it take a lot longer than you expected? And like, was the behind the scenes a lot more chaotic than it looked?
Okay, so like the idea behind this, we really thought it would be very simple. Like when we saw the video of Shin Lim doing it, it was like, wow, just like that, make the coin appear, wow, super easy. But when we were filming, we were like, oh my, like, there were so many things to film, and we took actually one whole evening to get it done. Yeah,
Oh,
my sister actually
wow.
helped us in the process. She was the one behind the scenes doing all the filming when the two of us were involved.
And I'm sure like with such a long behind the scenes process, there must have been some kind of funny moments or challenges. Would you like share a little bit about that?
So actually, we are very serious people and we don't joke around at all. Just kidding. But yeah, there were a lot of funny moments that happened. Like there was once David kept dropping the toilet paper and it was
Oh
very
gosh.
funny because he just couldn't get it right.
Oh no. Oh well. Okay, so I'm sure that your process will pay off and hopefully win you some prizes tonight. So thank you so much, Edward and David. And unfortunately, we'll have to move on to some of their finalists now. So if you
Alright,
thought
thank you.
Edward and David's submission should win, remember, they are finalists entry number 1 and vote for them at this link, which is available at the QR code somewhere. Okay, so of course it's also available in our video description. But if you're undecided and you want to know what else is on, let's just keep going. Okay, so you know what the best thing about remote work is? It's just all business on the top and like sleepwear on the bottom. And I know you've done it too, and I bet you're proud of getting away with it. But let's see who else is proud of their pampering pajama wearing practice and things that help them procure some prizes. Hi Avril.
Hi Tara.
So could you introduce yourself, like your year, your faculty?
I'm Avril, a year 2 student from the Faculty of Science.
Oh, so nice to meet you. And how, wait, so you're representing a group of people today that made the video, of course. Could you like introduce these people to us?
I'm representing the dance group NUS Dance Synergy. We actually made the video with our exco and our artistic director Yara.
Oh, wow. So you must be like a pretty bonded group to be doing these kinds of activities like outside of practice time. Is that like something NUS Dance Synergy is about?
Yes,
Oh gosh.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, check out our house. And we hope to post more fun videos with our synergizers when we can all meet again in the studio.
Oh, of course. I mean, it must have been difficult with all the social distancing measures going on.
Yeah, that's why in our video we try to recreate the feeling of dancing together apart.
Ah, and you guys were all dancing in pajamas, is that right?
Yeah, because that's kind of our attire to technique classes anyway. It's really loose shirts and sweatpants, so we thought that pajamas was a really fitting category.
Ah, I see. Well, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know like you could dance in pajamas. I thought you needed like special, I don't know, hip dance clothes. Yeah. Okay, and could you tell us a little bit about like the track or any kinds of interesting tidbits we should know about your submission?
The song is actually from the Ratatouille soundtrack, the movie, because our dance captain Vera is a big fan of Ratatouille.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I guess this will be something that's familiar to most people. And let's see if they recognize it, and let's watch the video now, of course. Okay, like hold up. Who is that baby? Like it's so cute. I thought I got a hang of what you guys were going for in the video. And then suddenly in the last 10 seconds you pop out a baby. Like who's that?
That's baby Charlie. He's our artistic director Yara's son.
Oh, wait, so like, is this the whole like secret behind your video success? Was it a plan to like throw in the baby and then they won't notice and they'll just love the video?
No, actually, we didn't know that baby Charlie was going to make a special appearance either. We were just waiting for our artistic director to submit a short clip of her dancing. So when we saw baby Charlie, we were really excited too.
Well, seems like baby Charlie is certainly on the route to follow in his dancing parents' footsteps. Yeah. And are you guys really close to the artistic director? Like even managing to get her involved in a pajama wearing dance video?
Well, yes, we haven't been able to meet in person because our exco is quite big, but we spent a lot of time together on Zoom.
Ah, so it must be very different now. And I guess finally, one important thing that I wanted to ask you is, how are you guys planning on splitting the whole $150 in boba tea and like the $60 Spotify gift card value about?
We'll definitely find a way to share it with all the synergizers and maybe treat all of them to a cup of bubble tea.
Well, I think $150 should be about enough. Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, actually, I was going to suggest that maybe you should ask for a little bit more for representing, but I mean, equality is the way to go. Okay, so everyone, you've heard it. If you think you'd like to treat NUS Dance Synergy to bubble tea for everybody equally, and then you should vote for NUS Dance Synergy, our finalist entry number 2. So that's NUS Dance Synergy, our finalist entry number 2. And of course, if you're not sure yet, we'll keep watching. So thank you so much, Avril, for being with us today. And yeah, and thank you so much. We'll be moving on to the other videos now. Okay, so this one is very important. Now, long ago, the 5 prompts lived. They were distinct, but in harmony. Dalgona coffee, toilet paper, your pets, Zoom, and pajamas. But everything changed when our last finalist decided to take on Open Circuit. Her submission includes not one, not two, but all 5 prompts. Now that's right, all 5. Like, I don't know about you, but honestly, I'm pretty amazed and I want to know how she did it. But there's only one person who can tell us that. So without further ado, let's welcome Jessalyn. Hi, Jessalyn.
Hi, Tara.
Okay, so could you introduce a little bit about yourself and your faculty?
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually a year 3 psychology major. Yeah, so I'm from arts and social sciences.
Ah, okay. So how did you manage to create a video with 5 prompts? Like, was it part of the plan or did it just happen as you went along?
So basically when I saw the email ad for this competition, I was quite interested because I was like, oh, how could I like put all 5 prompts into 1 minute worth of video? So what I decided from there on was to include all of them into a song, because that kind of also kind of depicts like my circuit breaker lifestyle. So I was like, okay, why not? Like, yeah, and I thought it'd be really fun, and it did turn out to be really fun, so that was nice.
Okay, wait, so you said a song, so you're a singer. Okay, and like, hey, what is that?
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm very good.
I mean, you're here, right? Okay, so I mean, so did you wrote the song yourself, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and you sang the song yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you played like the accompaniment and whatever yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you're basically like a one-woman musical show.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, I think that's pretty talented and singer-worthy to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so like, when you looked at this open circuit call out, what was the first thing that struck you? Was it like the prize that was on the line or the challenge idea?
I think it would be the challenge to put all 5 prompts into one. I mean, I know that wasn't the challenge itself. But I decided to do so because I thought it would be fun, like what I said earlier. And yeah, I wouldn't say it was the prize that stood out to me the most, but it was more of like the experience and being able to try something fun. Yeah.
So the prize is more of a plus. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
And do you think like this song will become like your first ever hit as a debut singer?
I mean, I hope. I mean, technically, it's the first song I am kind of like putting out there that I've written. So yeah, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, I'm sure it will go really well. Like, I think I've seen like your video and I love it. So okay, everybody support her. Let's go to watching her video now.
With circuit breaker that's put in place, now gonna coffee became a craze, and getting some toilet paper is erased. Everyone zoom. While I wake up every day and have Zoom calls in my PJs, because nobody's gonna see me anyways. Works like my pets. Ooh, every night I cuddle with my precious. At such times I hope this never ceases, but then I start to miss my friends. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, wait. So it's called Subrick, right?
Yes, it's called Subrick.
Okay, you wanna talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so basically,
why?
yeah, how the name came about was, I mean, I was just thinking about like circuit breaker, and then I was like, okay, why not I just cut out the front parts of both, the first syllables of both words. So I ended up with like Subrick, Yeah, and I thought it sounds cute. So yeah.
Well, I guess that's pretty inventive. And okay, so I also saw some buildings of all, and like the drawings of buildings in the background. Did you draw those as well? And I did the video and everything.
Yeah, I did. So actually,
Okay.
I also like do art as like a hobby. So yeah, I actually like drew everything, and I also wrote the words. Yeah.
Okay, now you just seem more and more talented. Okay, and
Thank you.
one thing I was curious was, would you find 1 minute very much to fill up, or was it like you wished you had more time?
Actually, I kind of wished I had more time. So originally I wrote like some extra verses, but they were too long, so I cut them out. Yeah.
Is there any chance that you would be, I don't know, willing to share maybe one like special unsung verse with us right now?
Sure. Okay. So actually, how the song started was with this verse. So it's like, I like to eat, sleep, go out and play, but now I can't do this every day because of the circuit breaker. That since yeah.
Okay, wait, so now I'm really curious. Like, are you going to release the whole song somewhere, anytime?
I guess if people do want to hear it, I could.
Okay, guys, so if you support Jesslyn and you want to see a full version, just like I do, remember, vote her to the first place, because that means you support her. Okay, so thank you so much, Jesslyn. I really loved your song and submission. But we need to close for tonight now. But if you love Jesslyn Serbrick's song as much as I did, don't forget to vote for her at this link. Yes, okay. And okay, so finally, that was Jesslyn, finalist entry number 3. Thank you, everybody. So those were the top 3. Now, I know I've said it before, but I've got to say it again. Don't forget to vote for your favorite, because voting closes 21st August. You'll also be able to find a QR code or voting link all in our video description to make it easy for you to vote. You decide who gets to go home with the top prize, which is $150 in boba tea vouchers and almost $60 in Spotify gift cards. So get to voting now. But before we close, let's just recap our finalists for the night. So today we met our 3 finalists. They were Edward and David, NUS Dance Synergy, and of course, Jesslyn. So Edward and David, they were our finalist entry number 1, the dynamic magician duo that switched places and turned toilet paper into money. And of course, Alvaro represented NUS Dance Synergy as finalist entry number 2, with some wild disco dancing in pajamas, like featuring the cutest ever baby Charlie. And last of all, we had Jesslyn, our smooth songbird, releasing her very own mini debut single, Celebrate, as finalist entry number 3. So remember to vote for your favorite finalists at the link below. And the videos will always be available for you to playback or rewatch on the Here website, so you can make your final decision. But remember, it closes noon of 21st August. That's noon of 21st August. So please vote before then. Well, everyone, this has been your host, Tara. And join us on 21st August to find out who gets to walk away with the top prize. And of course, thank you so much for joining us here today. The Open Circuit would also like to thank all the finalists who joined us live here tonight, as well as NUS Electronic Music Lab for providing our lovely sound effects and our theme music. So thanks for a good time, everyone, and have a good night. This is Open Circuit, handing over back to Shirin.
Thank you, Tara. We now have a screening of an original film from News Studios titled Happy Birthday. If you aren't already, make sure you're in a comfortable space for this. Why? Because it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hello everyone, we're from New Studios. I'm Arjun from the current Exco. And I have Pravir, the director, and Edward, the scriptwriter of the film. So now we're going to be playing our film. And do stay on after the screening to ask any questions to the filmmakers. So for now, just sit back and enjoy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tina. Happy birthday to you.
Enough? Let me see. What the? Why all same flavour?
You only got seafood.
Chicken, tom yum all don't have. I thought allergy is seafood.
Seasoning only. Not counted.
Okay lor, let's go. I tell you, later when we reach, I confirm complain.
Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us.
I guess it's just the three of us then.
Yeah man, happy birthday Jerong.
Okay, I know it's damn weird and probably why only the two of you showed up, but honestly, this is how I want my birthday to be.
Yeah, I mean it's not like those birthdays with stupid balloons that spell your name. So troublesome to bring it home some more. This is better. Simple, right Lenny?
Lenny? Lenny, are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey Lenny, about Tina...
Sean, I say I'm fine.
I think the noodles cooked already. Why not we just eat?
Happy birthday, Jerong. So then I was like, you seriously want a birthday party with just cup noodles? Then Jerong said, yeah man, that's all I ever wanted. Brotherhood, cup noodles. Feast of Legend, cup noodles. Last Supper, cup noodles. I think when he pees, right, the soup comes out.
So you're really not going to spend my birthday with me?
What are the odds? The two of you have the same birthday. Anyway, cannot lah. He's really excited about this celebration.
Fine, but you're going to spend it together with me the next day, right?
Of course.
At the seafood restaurant?
Yeah. I mean, since you really love seafood.
And since you're really allergic to seafood?
Want to know your birthday present?
Let me guess. Last year, you got me a Steely Dan record. And the year before that was Bob Dylan. And Beatles was the year we met. You know I don't have a vinyl player, right?
It's all part of a plan.
What plan?
So there's an excuse for you to come over.
What's so great about a vinyl player anyways? I mean, it's so old and nobody uses...
I use it.
Why?
I guess... because it's old. I like to think not everyone is drawn to the new. Some people just get left behind and remain.
You know, if it's me, I'll get all nostalgic. But I'll move on eventually. I hope so, at least.
If you leave something behind, can you then truly say you loved it? What?
If people were records, I'm just glad I met you.
Tina.
What? Lenny, what?
What do you say?
Bits and pieces. Long story short, he wanted a breakup. And this was like last week. I think he took it pretty badly.
I heard he's been going to the hospital.
Yeah. Depressed, I guess.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
This is the worst birthday ever.
Yeah. You still got me. You still got me.
Right. So everyone, thanks for watching. So now if you have any questions, just type them in. Our filmmakers are here to answer all of them. So Edward, I have a question for you. Like, how did you actually get the idea for the film?
Okay, so I based the entire film around the ending shot actually, which if you have watched the film, it's the birthday cake with cigarettes as its candles. Because I thought that was very it's very poetic in a sense that like life is just death at the same time, and that's why you have like the juxtaposition of the cake and cake meaning like life, like happy birthday, and cigarette means like death. Yeah. So in my mind, I wanted to construct an entire narrative around that ending scene, and that's how Happy Birthday came about. Yeah.
Right. So in the end, when you show the flashing scenes between the cigarette box and his medical documents, what does it actually mean?
Yeah. So actually, it meant that Lenny, the main character, the male character, yeah, he actually has he actually has cancer. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
So
would
it's
be.
supposed to be like a yeah, it's supposed to be like a clue for you to kind of get that he has cancer, and that's why he has decided to break things up with Tina, which is the other female character. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Pravir, what was your experience filming it actually?
My experience. Yeah, it was like the first time I did something relatively bigger. I've shot like a lot of random stuff by myself before. This was like the first time working with like, I don't know, 15 people in the crew, and like, everyone's there, everyone's putting in their time for you, they're helping you out. It's like you kind of feel like you owe it to everyone to do there's a bit of pressure this way. Usually when I shoot things, I don't really care about the outcome. So there's like a lot of pressure this time. And but I thought I took it pretty chill. We had a lot of fun on set. I think the mood was good, and like the hours ran long, but that was like kind of expected because we were squeezing everything into 2 days. Yeah, it was a good experience. Good experience in like learning how to like communicate and manage people together on a bigger set. Explaining your vision and like having the same vision among the script writer, the director, and the DP. So yeah, these things like I wouldn't have been able to do without if I didn't join New Studios, which is great.
Yeah. I think I
Thank you,
also want to
Pravir.
add that. Yeah, I think I also want to add that. Not everyone who worked on Happy Birthday was from New Studios or even from NUS. Like actually most of our talent, which is what like the grammar for the actors that we have, we actually had to post kind of like a recruitment post on Facebook to get like semi-professional actors to help us out. Yeah. So I mean that's where you get like budget for like talent, budget for like props. So actually it's a lot more large scale than what we are normally used to if you're filming like just random films by yourself. So that's what added to like our pressure, like what Pravir said. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your answers. I think we have a first question ready. Can I have the question, please? All right. Okay. Someone's asked, who is the singer on the album cover? Is there any relation to the movie?
Yeah, so I can answer that. So the singer on the album cover is actually Joe Cocker. He was a singer in the 1970s to 80s. Actually, the name of that album is called With a Little Help from My Friends, which is actually, if any of you like music nerds are out there, it's actually a Beatles song. Yeah, so With a Little Help from My Friends is a direct kind of like link to how Lenny is getting help from his friends at that pretty miserable birthday party where they're just eating cup noodles. Yeah, so that's that a little bit of a link there. Yeah.
I also like how the background music really fit well into the short film. So whose
Yeah.
choice was it?
So
was-
for the
that wa-
end, Yeah, probably you
Good,
go.
good, good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay, so for
Edward,
the end,
like, I'll go. So Edward showed me this track, right? And I think it's interesting that like we decided on the track first, and then planned all the scenes around it, which is I don't think that's normal. Like people usually shoot it according to the story and a storyboard first, and then do it. But we really liked this track, and we wanted it to fit to that. And you realize like we tried to plan the camera movement to fit the rhythm of the track. You know, like a slow zoom out, and and like zooming into her face slowly, and as the whole last sequence basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually the song itself, we didn't really know the song before. It's actually, if any of you are interested in the song, it's called Space Song by this group called Beach House. Yeah, so they actually make like really cinematic music, and I don't understand why their music hasn't been used in more well-known films. Yeah. So, but anyway, I actually heard that song on my Discover Weekly on Spotify. Then, I mean, it's just fate lah. Like I just heard it one day at night, and then I just like immediately like texted Pravia as like, this is the song that we have to base the entire ending sequence on. Yeah. So that's how it happened.
All right. I think we have our next question here. Let's see. Can I get the next question? Yeah. Okay. Someone's asked, was this inspired by any real experiences? Who wants to take it?
No, no. Okay, okay. Excluding the cancer and the whole relationship part. Okay, the real experience I actually had, because I personally enjoy eating instant noodles, like like an obsessive degree. So I actually had a dream where all my friends came together, and it was kind of like the Last Supper kind of setting, and everyone just had a a cup of instant noodles, and we just all ate it in silence. So that was my ideal version of a birthday party. Yeah, where I can get to like torture my birthday guests. Yeah, but other than that, no, everything was no, it wasn't. Nothing happened like that in real life. Yeah,
So it
maybe
was actually
Pravia,
from your
yeah.
dream, that cup noodle scene.
Yeah, it's actually that cup noodle scene was actually from my dream. Yeah, yeah.
Right. All right. Thanks. Okay. Can we get the next question? Okay. How long did it take to make the film?
Well, everything from pre-production to the final cut. Probably like 4 months, 5 months. Yeah. So like that's also because like pre-production has a lot of breaks in between. So for example, that's like from the time when Edward came up with the script and then rewrites drafts, and then auditioning for people, and then planning the shoot, doing the shots, planning the shots. So that's like probably that whole stretch was 2 months probably, and then the shoot itself, and then another 2 months of post production. So editing. I mean, editing is never really always done. You always feel like adding in more, but yeah, we had a deadline 6 weeks after we finished shooting. So like we want to submit it for a competition. So we finished what we could by then, and then I think I was still not happy with it, and like we did a bit more like re-edits, and like this final version was like 2 months from the point of finishing the shoot.
All right. Okay, thanks, Pravi. Okay, can we get the next question? All right. Someone's asked, what was the toughest shot to get in this film?
Oh, that was definitely the grass field shot. So like, the grass field shot is like we found that area by chance. It's behind Coney Island. There's a huge like grass field with HDBs behind. I thought personally I thought that shot turned out great, exactly how I wanted it. It was hard to shoot because like we had to like we wanted golden hours. It's outdoor lighting. We had no lighting in that shot during the day, and we have like a 1 hour window to get perfect light, and we needed to get all the actors to say all that, like do all their takes within that 1 hour window, and each one of them had, for each scene we had to do it like multiple times from different angles. So that was tough. We only had that one day. If we didn't get it down that one day, we'd have to like bring the actors down again on another day and pay them for that, and we didn't have the budget for that, so it had to be done within that 1 hour. So yeah, like we did a bit of planning. We came down, like we scouted that, we practiced 2 times before we did the actual shoot. So without the actors, like among ourselves. So planning helps, and yeah, I think we got somewhat decent outcome.
So you guys managed to show
Yeah,
that in that 1 hour whole scene.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
along the same lines of what Pravya said, right? Maybe another scene that was particularly difficult to shoot was actually the birthday party scene at his friend's house, the one where they're all eating the instant noodles. Okay, so actually the story behind that was that there was this kind of like water fountain device at the house that we were shooting at, and it was electrically powered, and we couldn't switch it off because it had something to do with uh, there was like a religious thing that we couldn't switch it off because our friend's parents wouldn't allow it. Yeah, yeah, it's something to do with Buddhism, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we couldn't switch it off while shooting, so it was kind of strange shooting audio with the water dripping at the same time. So we had to kind of like I mean, there was a lot of negotiations, but in the end we couldn't win. So I mean, we took care of it in editing. Yeah, but I mean, thinking back, that was quite a difficult scene to shoot as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't have told actually in watching the film that there was anything running behind. So good
Yeah.
job on that. Right, so go for the next question now. Okay, how do you come up with the concept of your films? So
I think
maybe
Edward, that's for you.
both of you can take it. Yeah, Edward.
Okay, so I think as the genesis of the entire film, right? Like I'm the person who started it all. I actually thought of Chungking Express as I'm not sure whether any of you all know Chungking Express by Wong Kar-wai. Is a Hong Kong film director. Chungking Express has this very romanticized, very bold and saturated colors that they like to use, and most of his stories tend to have a very strong link to romance, or yeah, it's very romantic, even though it might not be about romance. It's to do with the idea of romance. It's very intense in that regard. So maybe one example from our film that kind of matches this concept is the 7-Eleven that we filmed in at NUS. So as you can tell, like the colors are all wrong. Like they're all like very bright and very bold and very intense colors. So I mean that was on purpose because we wanted to emulate the kind of like cinematography that Wong Kar-wai has in his films. Yeah. And I'll pass it on to Pravya.
Yeah, so coming up with the concepts for your films. I mean, I think this would like, for a short film, Happy Birthday is pretty loaded. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of like dialogue. There's a lot of things to explain. I actually think it's better to like just expand on a single moment in time. Like you just want to show a short scene. It doesn't have to be story behind it. It's just like visually showing how you can shoot that scene in a film. So I think like usually I'd like just think of a scene that I think would be nice to put into a movie and just do that one scene. Happy Birthday, I think, is kind of like halfway here, halfway there, where like you have a lot of stuff. It could have been like a 30-minute thing, and it may have had like greater effect in terms like emotionally that way. The feeling that you're trying to get the audience to have, because like 11 minutes is kind of short for like people to build that relation to the characters. So yeah, for shorter films, like 4 or 5 minute films, I'd say like just think of a interesting scene or just that you'd like to have, and then just I'll use that as the concept. Or like just center it around one feeling. Like I just want the audience to feel tense throughout this, and then just do that in a 5-minute film. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to add on, like, I think Happy Birthday is not a, I mean, it's a pretty good end result, but I don't think it's a good uh example for how student short films should be, because like what Pravya said, it should be centered around a single subject, because you only have that amount of time to really expand on something that's interesting to both you and as a filmmaker and to the audience as well. So I think in that regard, Happy Birthday is a bit chaotic. Like, you don't really know what it's about, but we try to focus on like the visual and the feel of the film rather than the theme of the film. If you can try to understand what I mean, yeah. So yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. We have another question here. Any advice for newbies who would like to make short films as well?
Advice. Join new
This
studios.
links to the previous question.
Yeah.
Yeah, join
Yeah.
new studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you need. I mean, I guess like just go out and practice, shoot something. You need people to make films though, so which is why new studios is great. Or I mean, if you have other ways to find common people who want to do the same thing with you. Other than that, like actually improving in it, there's no like right way to do it. There's a lot of like information you can find out there. That's very simple. Like, I don't know, go on YouTube, look it up online. Find like, I don't know, take up a course on cinematography, whatever. But I mean, that's just like matter of fact, like just spending time in it, practicing and improving. But yeah, I think like the biggest thing that was helpful to me was like finding a like-minded people who I could do this with, and like so like now that I know a bunch of people who are all into this, and like whenever I want to like you know try to take an idea into execution, I can always like bounce it with them, and see if they're interested in helping me, like help each other out. They help me with a shoot that I want to do, I help them in theirs, and so on. And yeah, like the thing about new studios is that there's a lot of people like alumni who have ended up in the industry here in Singapore. And for example, our mentors as well who help us. Joan, he helps us quite a lot, and they have like connections to people in the industry. So if you're actually passionate about this and you want to work in the film industry in Singapore, that's another avenue for connections. Like, I mean, I did not, but I know people who have gone on to work at like MM2 and other production houses.
Yeah, I mean, I want to add that actually, if you really want to make films, you don't have to go into the industry. I feel like maybe if you really want to go into the industry, then I mean that's fine, but you really don't have to, because if you really like film, you can always just do it. Like, film is something that you can just do. Yeah, I mean, as what Pravya said, you should find a group of friends and then do it, but you don't have to go into the industry. Like, I think that's a common misunderstanding. In fact, I mean, I know some friends who have gone into the industry, and like it kind of killed their initial interest in film. Like, I mean, after they have gone into the industry, and then you know there are some like bad vibes about the industry, and it kind of like killed their whole excitement and what made them interested in film in the first place. So actually, I mean, going back to your question, I think the answer is to just do it. Yeah, to just do it. I mean, there's no better way to learn. Like, you can watch all the video essays you want, learn everything there is to know about cinematography, writing dialogue, but at the end of the day, you are most likely to fail on your first film, and that's great because that's the only way you learn. Yeah.
All right. So to all newbies, do take note and just pick your cameras and then start filming. All right. So we have our next question here. Okay. So this is a long question. Okay, typically in Singaporean productions, the writers and directors tend to be the same person. How was the pre-production process like, especially the whole creative process, considering that the creative control is being split between the two of you?
Yeah, that's a very good question actually. I think like it's important for us to like agree on the same vision for the film. And Edward had something in mind probably when he wrote the script, and then he showed it to me. And when I read the script, I had something in mind which may not be the same thing as Edward. And just discussing through scenes and like showing him my mood boards that I came up with, and like references to ideas that I had, just like just nailing the specifics down with each other. I think it was good to like have two people actually, better than just one person. But that's a personal opinion. Some people think the director and the writer should be the same person always. But for me, I found like we came up with different ideas. Sometimes I think of something and Edward comes up with something even better, and like I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna work. That's way better. Like we should use that. So yeah, that was helpful to me. Yeah, I mean, Edward, what do you think? Like, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really depends. Like for me, I think because it was my first time making a film, any kind of film actually. Yeah, so uh, um, uh, so like if I had done everything by myself, I think it would be really difficult. So I'm actually quite glad that Pravia was there to help with directing. Yeah, but actually, I can't really answer that question like definitively because some people work better if they are directing whatever they wrote, and some people really need like another person to help them direct. Yeah, so it really depends on you. Yeah, it really depends on you. Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys for answering all the questions, and thanks to all the audience for staying on. So if you want to keep in touch with News Studios, do follow our Instagram at News Studios Film, and do subscribe to our YouTube channels to watch more short films like this. So that's all from us for today. I'll pass it back to the host. So thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you once again, News Studios, for such a riveting short film and for that meaningful panel discussion. If you'd like to hear more from News Studios, be sure to catch them in tomorrow night's episode of Club Sandwich, our late night talk show with CFA's Arts Excellence Groups. What's that? It's time for the Here to Win segment. For those of you who recently joined us, we'll be having these giveaways each hour over all 3 days. We'll be asking a question about here, so explore our programs and explore the website to stand a chance to win attractive prizes. All of the answers to our giveaways can be found on the Here website, so do explore our site and all the programs featured. All you have to do is type the answer to our question, and the first 2 people to get it right stand a chance to win $50 worth of Hai Di Lao vouchers. Now, are you ready? It's time for the question of the hour. One of our programs is Return to the Fold, and in it, we're building an origami structure with messages of gratitude to our NUS heroes. What is the name of the origami structure? Type in your answers in chat space, everyone. Okay, speaking of Return to the Fold, I'd like to invite you to head over to the Return to the Fold page, where you too can share your messages of appreciation to the NUS heroes who have been working tirelessly in the fight against COVID-19. Scientists, researchers, academic staff, all dedicated to finding a treatment to COVID-19, as well as operational staff that ensure that we can continue to operate in a safe and healthy environment. These are but some of the NUS heroes that allow us to come out of the circuit breaker as we edge closer and closer to winning the fight against COVID-19. And with that, the entries are in. We have found our winners and we'll contact you through your registered email addresses by next Monday, so please keep a lookout for that. Did you miss this round? We have another final Here to Win segment later tonight, so make sure you seize your chance to win boba tea vouchers at our final giveaway of the night. Make sure you guys stick around because our night is not over yet. All this talk about food is getting me really hungry, and a sandwich sounds really good about now. What about a club sandwich? No, not the kind with cheese and ham. Club Sandwich is a talk show that features our 21 CFA groups over the 3 nights of Here. And you're not really encouraged to eat them. Hosting the show is my fellow host, Abu. Let's get cooking.
Hello and welcome to Club Sandwich. I'm Abu and I'll be your host for tonight. In case you haven't realized, we are on a quest to build the biggest, most beautiful club sandwich we can as a CFA family. Every night, 7 CFA groups will be sharing with us their journey. We want to know all of the details. The challenge is to do it within 7 minutes. For every group that succeeds, we'll be adding 1 extra ingredient to our big, enormous sandwich that I will be eating and assembling on 21st August. There are a few mystery ingredients. Send us your questions via the live chat to be answered by CFA groups, and they'll answer your questions at the end of the show. Also, stand a chance to win tokens from each CFA group by being the first 3 to direct questions to them. So, are you ready to build a sandwich worth 3 Michelin stars? I hope it's tasty at the very least. Alright, let's get started. For tonight, we have... Now let us begin with the first CFA group to find out. Hold on, do you hear that? It's getting closer.
Hello, I'm Natalie.
I'm Zachary.
And I'm Ziyi.
And we are NUS Guitar Ensemble, also known as Genus. We are a guitar ensemble with a 40-year-long history.
We play different types of guitars with different pitches based on the Nibori method from Japan.
I wonder how that sounds like.
Our ensemble's instrumentation is based on the Nibori method, a system of guitar of varying pitches, as well as a repertoire and playing style unique to the system. These guitars extend the range of the classical prime guitar while also providing differentiation in tone color, lending variety to an all-guitar ensemble. The best part about instruments all being guitars is that the skills are mostly transferable. The relatively simple instrumentation also makes it approachable for anyone who has had some level of experience with the guitar, thus it is easy to arrange pieces for all guitar ensemble. As you can see, we have guitars of different sizes. The smaller the guitar, the higher the pitch. What you see here is the guitaron, which is a large fretless guitar with a rounded body, played upright by plucking the strings outwards.
Interesting. So could you tell us more about that unique repertoire?
Yes, we usually play a good mixture of Western classical pieces and some Japanese pieces, as well as film, game, and anime soundtracks. There's a lot of variety because new pieces are being arranged constantly by our members too. More recently, our member arranged Unravel from the popular anime Tokyo Ghoul, which has become one of the most popular videos on our YouTube channel and is still gaining views. One of my personal favorites has been the Song of Japanese Autumn, which you will be hearing next. So let me tell you a bit more about this piece. This is originally a mandolin piece, adapted by one of our members for guitar. This piece is an example of us playing in our full ensemble, which creates a grand effect compared to small group playing. A small group playing can allow individual members to showcase their skill. So we employ guitar techniques that are uncommon outside of the Nibori method, such as the Nibori rhythm method. And also tremolo, which involves repeatedly striking the same string to produce a sustained sound. Different sections can create different sounds, such as like prime playing the chord, bass keeping the tempo, and also maintaining the melody. So enjoy.
Wow, that was fantastic. But you guys look so serious.
Well, we do have other pieces that are more casual and funny. For example, in our annual internal concert, Let's Play Guitar, we have all kinds of funny performances such as the one you see here.
Ayo, that's so cute and fun. So speaking of fun, could you tell us more about your most fun experience in Genus?
So outside of our regular training and practice sessions, Genus members also enjoy hanging out together during regular lunch and dinner chills and game sessions, which we've been having weekly nowadays due to COVID. We also have a variety of planned activities such as outings and celebrations like the Mid-Autumn Festival and Chinese New Year celebrations you see here. My personal favorite event is the 5-day 4-night music camp, usually held in December each year, where we have upwards of 20 hours of intense practice. Music camp is also a great time to get to know our section mates and other CCA mates through many games and late night chill sessions. It's definitely a highlight for me. Besides our activities, I also really enjoy the process of making music together. Learning to play a new piece as a group is very enjoyable, and the feeling when it all comes together is priceless.
Concerts are fun too, despite how busy and exhausted we tend to be on concert day. There are usually 2 concerts a year, a smaller one in semester 1 and a large-scale one in sem 2. We also have an annual internal concert called Let's Play Guitar, where members can perform anything they want, which you just saw just now.
We also have non-music related events such as the annual chalet, where we take a break from a normal training and spend time to bond with the members and the tutors. We have a variety of activities such as movie screenings or game sessions, and one of my favorite last year was the Genius cook-off competition that we had, where members competed against each other to whip up a meal for the others.
Trust guitarists to string up a good meal for one another. Okay, so last question. Are there any prerequisites to join Genus?
Generally, we require our members to have some basic guitar background, either acoustic or classical is fine, or either at least know some other musical instruments. But even if you don't, please don't hesitate to approach.
Yup, fret not, as we will be having a junior workshop to teach guitar basics and some of the techniques that are used in Nibori method to all new members. Our training usually takes place on Tuesday nights and Saturday afternoons during non-COVID times. For the current sem, we'll be following the zoning rules, and each student will likely practice once a week, plus there will be online workshops and sessionals. To find out more, do check out our Genus Instagram.
So that's it from us. Please follow us on our social media at NUS Guitar Ensemble. On our YouTube channel, you'll find videos from our past concerts, as well as the summer medley and the collaboration with harmonica that we just filmed. Do check it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Genus. You stayed within time, so we are getting some mayonnaise on our club sandwich that's shaping up very nicely. Next up, if you're looking for more instrumentation still, let's get a CCA that has all the instrumentation we would ever want. Let's welcome Electronic Music Lab.
Hi, my name
Hello.
is Aisha.
Hi, I'm Kawing. I'm Zhen Rong.
All right. Actually, I'm very curious. How do you actually make music using EML?
An EML member typically produces a beat using Ableton, which is our main music making software. You know what? Let me just show you.
Oh, great. Let's
It'll
see.
be a very, very simple beat, so I hope you will follow along and enjoy. Here are the instruments that I picked out already. This is the kick. and then a snare for impact, hi-hats for bounce, a brass for melody, and a bass to hold everything together. Before I start recording the kick, I'll usually switch on the metronome so that I can achieve a consistent tempo. This is what I want my kick pattern to sound like. Now I'll adjust the sound so it is in time. And this is the snare, very simple so that you can loop over and over again. This is my hi-hat, another simple pattern to create more bounce in the rhythm, which adds more flavor. Again, I'm just adjusting it according to the tempo. Next, I'll record the melody with the brass. Actually, I'm kind of feeling ambitious, so I want more layers. I'll go down one octave and record this too. Now I'll record one more layer to add more spice. This is how it sounds like all together. It might seem a bit muddy at first. See, that's what I meant by muddy, but it'll sound good at the end, just trust me. Lastly, I'll record the bass, a simple but complementary one. Now that everything's recorded, it sounds like this. Everybody put your hands up.
It's great.
And that's how you make a beat using Ableton.
Wow, it looks like you're having a lot of fun doing that. So now, what is the fastest time you can actually make a music track in EML?
I'll say 60 seconds.
Wow, really?
Absolutely. All right, so let's start with our 1-minute song challenge. Okay, so we have a kick snare pattern. Again, all instruments predetermined. Okay, let's copy that. A bit of hi-hats over here. Remove these two in particular. Put them for, just a bit of variation there. And copy. All right, so I'm feeling a little chill step, so hear me out, right? Some nice soft guitar leads. Yeah, alright, okay, so moving on to the pads, a bit of a complementary layer. That's right, Abu. You feel me?
I do.
Okay, these are some really standard pads. Okay, we're running out of time, so let's just duplicate that. Bring all this down to our arpeggiations, bring this to bass, and let's remove these layers here for bass. Shift that down and it's that simple.
Wow, that was actually very complicated, but it just shows that you guys are very talented. That reminds me, we have a home video from one of your members. Let's take a look.
Wow, such a cool video. So how can we find out more about EML if you are interested?
Well, every year we have a welcome tea session where our seniors, alumni, and principal people will all be present and they'll be there to answer your questions if you have any. This year it's held on the 24th of August, so you can come join us then. We also have some performances by some of our members showing our original music and some of our original performance styles. So speaking of performances, we actually also have a yearly concert called Omnibus, which this year will be held on the 16th to the 18th of September. But because of the COVID situation, it will actually be held through online mediums. But it's still free, so you can pop by to join us if you're interested in hearing our music. This year's theme is actually cyberpunk, so you'll be hearing styles like drum and bass, 80s synthwave, some more exotic and even more experimental music. If you're someone who has experience in music production, you're very welcome to join our club to continue your journey with us. It's a great community. Or if you're just someone who hears a song in your head but you don't know how to bring it to life, or someone who's just curious about the whole process about how professional DJs, film scorers write bangers, then you're also welcome to join us. During our first sessions in the club, you'll be brought through by our principal tutor on how to make a basic track. And our community is actually also really warm and welcoming. If you have any questions, we'll be willing to answer and be there ready to help you. So here at EML, we're not just a club, but we're actually like a very close family.
Wow, thank you, EML. You're truly a very talented and gifted group, in my opinion. Thank you very much. All right, now, if you have any questions for EML or any of the CFA groups, please be reminded that you can use the live chat function to direct them your questions. All right, didn't you feel like dancing during EML's demonstrations? Well, if you do, our next group is a dance group, also known as Ilsa Tari. Let's welcome them.
Hi, I'm Faiza.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Adriana, and we're from Ilsa Tari.
All right, can you tell us a bit more about what Ilsa Tari is?
Ilsa Tari is a Malay dance group, and Ilsa is actually the word Asli spelled backwards. Asli, which means native or origin, is one out of the 5 Malay dance genres, the others being Inang, Joget, Zapin, and Masri. We named ourselves Ilsa to signify our venture and exploration into contemporary Malay dance on top of traditional Malay dance. Contemporary Malay dance involves unique dance moves that one usually would not witness in traditional performances. With that said, the following is a video that showcases an example of traditional and contemporary Malay dance which Ilsa performs.
Tari Persembahan is a traditional welcoming piece incorporating the use of the patsiri, which reflects the life and value of the Malay community, especially on traditional customs and code of conduct. This dance symbolizes the warm hospitality inherent in the Malay community. The primary dance genre that this dance incorporates is called Asli.
The contemporary dance piece is part of Tenuna Wirasa's performance. This piece signifies the diverge between weaving of traditions and modern living. As a garment of clothing that encapsulates the lives of the Malays the kain is woven with such finesse and tenacity by the artful hands of the Malays. Enjoy!
Wow, it looks like your dances have some sort of topic or theme to them.
Yes, ILSA is very representative of contemporary Malay dance among the tertiary institutions in Singapore. Hence, for our productions, we normally experiment with contemporary dance, where we also try to tackle important and relevant issues such as climate change, women, changing identities, and many others.
Wow, it looks like aside from skill, a lot of thought also goes into your performances. And now I'm wondering, what does your typical training session look like?
So basically, our training sessions happen on a Monday and Wednesday every week, and it happens from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the dance theatre. So usually we'll stroll in around 6:30 to 6:45, and we'll use this time to talk and bond and just catch up with one another. So around 7 is when we start our warm-ups, our stretching, and we'll do a little bit of conditioning, and this lasts until 7:30. So 7:30 to 9:50 is when we practice our basic movements, our raga, which is our choreography, and sometimes we do a little bit more on our dance conditioning to make sure that we are fit enough for productions of our dance pieces. So around 9:50 to 10 is when we wrap up our dance sessions and we talk about how we can improve on our choreography or our form, usually in the form of feedback sessions. So yes.
Wow, it sounds like you cover a lot of techniques in your training sessions and it's quite packed. So now I'm wondering, what will make someone want to join ILSA Tari?
NAS ILSA Tari will appeal to many, be it those seeking to raise the NAS flag in public by presenting NAS in events and shows, or even be a noble hero to preserve the Malay culture by learning and performing traditional Malay dances. It also allows those with souls to go further and outside the box the contemporary dance. Personally for me, I joined ILSA as I was seeking to cultivate my self-confidence and to get out of my comfort zone to try something new as I have no dance background. I stayed because of my growing love for dance and of course the hospitality of the members here, and I definitely did not regret it. What about you guys? Why did you join ILSA Tari?
So for me, I joined Ilsa Tari for the sense of belonging. So I joined for the culture, but I stayed for the people. Just like Adriana, I did not have any dance background in Malay dance whatsoever. However, the seniors, the alumni, and even our teacher, they were so welcoming and they create an atmosphere where we did not discourage any mistakes. So it was a very good atmosphere for learning. Everyone was very friendly with each other, and we were always willing to help out and grow with one another. Overall, just amazing vibes. So, those with no dance background, do not be discouraged to learn and try Malay dance as we are all learning together.
As for me, I actually joined ILSA to simply pursue an old hobby, but I was also very interested in learning from Cikgu Osman Abdul Hamid, whom I knew to be a very renowned leading Malay dance figure in Singapore. Cikgu has amazing artistry and creativity that really perks our interest. Despite having sustained an injury some time ago, he still persists in performing and teaching, showcasing a passion for dance that is really truly inspiring. So it has been eye-opening to learn from Cikgu. So to everyone out there also, don't be afraid to try out something new. Don't hesitate to join the fam. Also do follow us at NUS Elsa Tari on Instagram and Facebook.
So, from everyone at ILSA,
Hope to
hope
see you
to
really
see you soon.
All right, so if you're looking for a dance CCA, why not join ILSA Tari? And thanks ILSA Tari for staying within 7 minutes. So now our sandwich has earned a big juicy tomato. All right, next up we have... Oh, what is it we have here?
Hello everyone, I am Waylin.
And I am Ray.
Hi.
So today we are very excited to come together to spread love and joy to the arts community.
We are from the Chinese Orchestra and we are very excited to share more about us with you.
First off, let's start off with an instrumental demonstration by myself and also our Swana principal player, Afik.
They will be demonstrating various special techniques that you have never heard before. Let's see what they have for us.
So for this instrument, we have very special techniques. The most notable one is the Wu Zhi Lun, which goes like this.
We also have 搅弦, so you bring strings together and whack them. You also can hit the strings. Okay, so other than this, you can also pull strings. So not only that, you can have like many other very special techniques that's only unique to this instrument.
Hi, the instrument I have in my hand is the Swana. It's a double wind instrument, and there are a ton of techniques they can do on this. Some of the more interesting ones are bird calls. Thank you.
What interesting techniques you have demonstrated for us. I don't think I've heard anything like that before, especially the bird calls. So now moving on to our questions. So what has been your most memorable or embarrassing moment in NUS Chinese Orchestra so far?
Okay, how about you go first, Wei Lin?
Okay. I think for me it was probably during the time where it was a concert rehearsal and I played 10 bars straight during someone else's solo. And the thing is I play extremely loudly. You can ask
Oh
anyone
no.
around. And also to make things worse, I'm actually very oblivious to my surroundings and I didn't notice everyone else judging me on stage.
Oh no.
I can actually attest to that because I sit beside her during rehearsals. So for myself, I play the pipa, stringed instrument. In secondary school, I staged my debut solo during a concert. Besides being unprepared, my string became loose halfway, and I had to stop and apologize to the audience while tuning my instrument. So after a few seconds, the strings got loose again. So I continued playing till the end. So yeah, the second half was out of tune.
Oh my god, that sounds very embarrassing indeed. So speaking of songs, what kind of songs do you usually play for your concerts?
I think it really depends. We have a diverse range of music for our repertoire. And for our outreach concert last year, we played at Tampines Hub, and I mean we played a lot of English pop and as well as Mando pop. And at the same time, due to the recent COVID situation, we have been putting up music videos, including songs like Doraemon, Kung Fu Panda, as well as Ghibli songs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. So on the other hand, we play songs that are closer to our roots during our annual concert, and that happens in March. This is actually a mix of modern and classical Chinese music. So I think that this is actually a very good time where we demonstrate the uniqueness and the versatility of Chinese music.
Wow, looks like you have a very fun and diverse repertoire. So now I'm curious, what is NUSCO to you personally?
Um, for me personally, although I've only joined the school for a year, it has been a very enriching and nurturing place for me to grow. I'm glad I joined the school as it definitely helped to sharpen my rusty skills after a long break between JC and uni. I also like that there's fervent enthusiasm emanating from the members, the instructors, as well as the conductor every session that we have. Um, I think it's very heartwarming and I it has also helped me to be more appreciative of the art form.
That's really nice. So for myself, NUS Chinese Orchestra is a place where I can challenge myself. not only as a musician but also as a leader. Furthermore, the people are great. I've made many new friends and memories which I'll hold dearly to the day I leave Chinese orchestra.
Wow, looks like that's a wrap for NUSCO.
Yes, so I hope that this session has been fun and informative for everyone.
Do remember to follow us on Instagram at NUS Chinese Orchestra. Thank you and have a nice day.
All right, thank you,
Bye-bye.
NUSCO. Okay, we have earned one more ingredient to our big sandwich because NUSCO has stayed within 7 minutes. Oh, I just remembered something. I've forgotten to attend an audition for NUS stage. Oh no, I'm late. Do you think they'll accept me? I hope they do. Bye-bye.
Hi, we are NUS Stage. We'll be showing a 5-minute short skit on whether theatre might just be for you. Yes, so about the idea that I have in mind, the actors will be on the left, the trees will be on the right. That's my
That sounds perfect.
inspiration. Behind the stage there's going to be gardens.
Oh, wait. Hi. It seems like we have a visitor. Welcome to the stage audition.
Wait, stage? Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I clicked on the wrong link. I didn't mean to be here. I'll just be going now.
No. Wait. Don't leave.
There's no need for you to leave just now.
Yeah. We'll be starting our audition soon.
Oh, no. See, I'm not interested in auditioning for stage. I'm actually a science dude.
A science dude, huh?
Wait. I've seen you on TV before.
Oh, you're that dude, Bill Nye, the science dude from that show, Bill Nye, the science dude.
Oh, well, that's right. I'm pleased to know you enjoy my work.
Oh my God, I love your show.
About liking it.
Well, so we've established that I'm not a theatrical person, so I'm just gonna go.
Wait. Are you kidding me? You are so theatrical in your show. Theater is in your blood. I am telling you, you belong here.
I don't think that's true.
Well, since you're already here, why not show us something if it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So about matter. Now this is a liquid, and this, now that's a gas, and this is a solid. Now the amazing thing is that they're all made from the same stuff, and this stuff is called matter. Now, the amazing thing about matter, everything and anything is matter. The entire universe is made of matter. You and I are made of matter. Isn't that amazing? And what is matter, you ask? Well, matter is... What are you doing?
Well, you basically fulfill everything that we're looking for in this audition. I told you that theater was in your blood.
Well, I must say, I'm impressed. More so than I thought I would be.
You mean to say that's theater?
Yes, that is theater. Well, shall I include you as a member?
Oh, wait. I have some questions before I decide to join this.
Oh, sure. Fire away.
Well, first of all, when you say join stage as a member, what exactly does that entail? I mean, what's the commitment like?
Wait.
Oh, hi guys. I'm so sorry I'm late to this. Is this over?
Well, we're just answering a few questions from our freshie right over here. Want to come and join us?
Oh, that's great. I had questions too. I wanted to ask what is being a stage member like?
Oh, I can answer that. So, as someone who is completely new to theater, Stage has been a super inclusive and welcoming community. Training sessions strike a great balance between learning professional acting skills as well as being an avenue for creative expression. So despite my lack of experience, I felt that my opinions and my development have been taken into consideration. Overall, my stage experience has been super enriching and engaging, and I believe that yours will be too.
I see. And do you also have any productions by any chance?
Oh, of course we do. In fact, check out this snippet from one of our past performances, A Disappearing Number.
It was like watching somebody at a feast you hadn't been invited to. All his results, new or old, right or wrong, had all been arrived at by a process of mingled arguments, intuition and induction, all of which he is entirely unable to give any coherent account of.
My only problem is food. In this place there is no provision for vegetarians. I long for curd or vendekai, anything from home. I have no choice but to cook for myself with whatever I can find. Milk, carrots, rice, sometimes lemons. This term I have already published 4 pamphlets and 1 long paper.
Working with him, it was impossible to ask such a man to submit to systematic instruction. He had his own way. It seemed ridiculous to worry him about this or that known theorem when he was showing me half a dozen new ones every day.
I find myself working for 30 hours non-stop, and then I sleep for 20.
You infer that pi of x remains finite as x approaches 0. There is no known theorem that I know of which warrants such a conclusion. How did you... Good night.
Immediately I heard the problem. It was obvious that the answer should be a continued fraction. But then I thought, which continued fraction? And the answer came into my mind.
Oh, that's really cool. What's it like being in a performance?
So when you're inside a performance, you get a lot of opportunities to learn and apply skills from training. And it's really tiring with the amount of rehearsals you have to go through with like 3 times a week nearing the show day. But because you spend so much time with one another, you get to do a lot of things. You get to learn, you get to act, you get the support, and like just everyone working together to make the performance happen. And at the end of it, when you look at the performance, it is really beautiful.
Wow, thanks so much. But I actually missed my audition timing. What did I do?
Oh, that's okay. You can reschedule. We're actually holding auditions currently, so you can send your audition video down to our Gmail at nusstage@gmail.com.
Yes, and come join us at our welcome tea and auditions, and follow our social media at NUSStage on Instagram.
Great, I'll see you there then. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
You.
Hello and welcome back. Weren't they some fun guys? Speaking of fun guy, we have unlocked some mushrooms on our sandwich. That performance has brought me back to my freshman days. #JustFreshmanThings. Next up, we have a music group, but they only use their voices. So without further ado, let's welcome NUS Choir.
Hello, I'm Marcus.
Hi, I'm Pei Tsing.
Hi, I'm Eugene.
Okay, so for starters, can you tell us about your favorite memory in choir?
For me personally, I think that my favorite memory is the time working together with the choreo team to brainstorm choreo. And sometimes when we discuss, it can be quite tiring, and sometimes we discuss until brain fart. But the end product of everyone doing choreo together is quite satisfying. Sadly, due to the COVID situation this year, we didn't manage to show our audience the choreo that we prepared for the annual concert. But hopefully next year we are excited and to perform for our audience soon. Pei Jing.
I think my favorite memory with NUS Choir is the summer trip to Thailand last year. It was my first trip with NUS Choir, and we were invited to the choral festival as the guest choir. So I spent most of my summer with the members practicing the songs, and then finally went on a trip together. So I got close to many of the members, and I felt that it was a very good summer spent together. And because of that, I look forward to more activities and trips with the choir in the future. Eugene?
For me, I think my favorite memory in choir would be something more recent, which is this welfare Zoom event organized by our welfare head, Edwin. So, as Marcus had mentioned earlier, due to the COVID situation, it was really, really very hard for us as a choir to still come together. But then, this shows that
this didn't stop us at all. We still came together as a full choir, and it was very heartwarming to see like everyone's dedication and commitment to choir. And yeah, it really feels like an NUS choir family.
Wow, that's so great that you guys are so together despite being from different sections. So what if I were to ask you what you think is the most important section in choir?
Okay, so some context for those of you who are not too sure or too familiar with the choir scene in general. So for the NUS choir, we are conducted by Professor Nelson Quay, and then we are made up of 4 main sections. So since you are in club sandwich right now, I'll just use a sandwich as an analogy.
Great.
So the top piece of bread will be the sopranos, and then the tomatoes will be the altos or the tomatoes. The lettuce will be the tenors, and the lower piece of bread will be the basses. So the sopranos, they are the highest singing section of the choir, and usually made up of girls. And you can usually hear them singing the melody. So following them are the altos, who sing a part slightly lower than the sopranos. So they often sing parts that fill up the chords of the songs, and then their parts are usually quite difficult. So I really respect the altos. So after the altos, we have the tenors, which is the highest singing guys, singing a part slightly lower than the altos. And then lastly, we have the basses, which is lower singing guys singing the parts lower than the tenors. So as a bass myself, I think I can say that you can generally feel the basses, setting the whole base of the song there, like anchoring the chord.
Respect.
Yeah. So Marcus?
Okay, so choir, sometimes the songs are quite unfair because the sopranos will always take most of the melody anyways. But as a tenor myself, I think that the tenors play a very important role in balancing out the higher female voices. But one thing's for sure though, the altos are the most underrated and most underappreciated section.
Actually, yeah, I agree with you that the altos are like super underappreciated. Whenever they're asked to sing by themselves during combines, I always get like very amazed by them because their part is like super challenging and difficult to catch. But as a soprano myself, even though we always get to sing the melody most of the time, I feel that we also have our challenges and it is not easy to tell like which section is the most important. But I feel that every section is like special in their own way and it's weird when one section is missing. So I feel that everyone is important.
Aww. So we have SG United and we also have NUS Choir United. So for my last question to you, what differentiates you guys from other choirs?
So one of the biggest differences is that the NUS choir often have the opportunity to represent Singapore on a global stage and compete. We will now be showing a clip of the NUS choir performing at Langhovden, Humpty Dumpty by Paul Hart, winning overall champion.
Congrats.
Wow, I really miss doing choreo leh. As you can see from the video, NUS Choir is famous for its choreography, which makes choral works like a lot more dynamic and entertaining to watch. We also use props to illustrate the storyline of Humpty Dumpty, which is quite cool. So if you're interested in joining us, do follow us on our Instagram at the NUS Choir to find out more.
Thank you, NUS Choir. You're truly a group that has it all, from singing to dancing. Okay, we just have one more group left before our live Q&A segment where they'll be answering your question. So without further ado, let's move and groove to Dance Ensemble.
Hi everyone, I'm Ansi.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
Hi guys. So as we are seeing on this show, we have many different dance groups in NUS. So what sets Dance Ensemble aside from these other groups?
So NUS Dance Ensemble is a Southeast Asian contemporary group. Zaini is a resident choreographer and artistic director. He's a choreographer that you'll certainly learn a lot from. He can be strict when it comes to learning choreography or rehearsals, but there are also moments of fun and insightful takeaways from his classes. He was initially trained in contemporary jazz, but later went to Indonesia to explore traditional dance styles such as Balinese dance. And from there, he continued to explore other Southeast Asian dance styles, which he ultimately created a fusion with contemporary techniques. So now let's watch a piece called Samsara. It is an example of a Balinese-inspired work by Zaini, first created in 2007. Samsara had also won the Best Choreography Award in the New Prague Dance Festival in 2009. So NUS Dance Ensemble has a strong emphasis on the body, mind, and soul, with dancers constantly striving for excellence as they deepen their knowledge about Southeast Asian traditions and explore their connections to culture. We aim to develop dancers who are versatile in their movement and able to adapt quickly even in unfamiliar situations, inculcating a spirit of inquiry in dancers, nurturing them to be independent learners.
Wow, that video showcased such graceful dance moves. So now I'm wondering, how are your annual productions like?
So we have two main performances. The first is The Next Wave, which is Dee's annual production, a long-running series that has spanned over 20 years under the artistic direction of Zaini. We also have Evocation. However, Evocation is of a smaller scale, and it features works by many new and budding choreographers, including many undergrads and alumni. So the Next Wave actually aims to showcase thought-provoking and unconventional full-length pieces, which often highlights specific social issues, while Evocation is just a platform for younger artists to develop as independent choreographers, and also provides exposure to the rest of the company in exploring the various specific styles and body movements of different choreographers. So the piece Samsara that you just watched is actually from The Next Wave.
That sounds great, but it also sounds like it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it is. So the next wave practices actually start 14 weeks prior to the actual show day, and practices are usually twice a week. On the other hand, evocation practices start 10 weeks before the actual show days and usually happen once a week. So both TNW and Evo have bump-ins 2 to 3 days before the actual production. And on top of that, DE also has a regular technique classes on Saturday afternoons from 2 to 5 p.m.
You mentioned technique classes. How are these classes usually like?
So for warm-ups in Dance Ensemble, we do a series of 6 exercises called Luigi. It is a Bay Jazz-inspired warm-up. I'll be showing you the first 4 steps in the first set, so everyone can join along.
Wait, me too?
Yes, you too!
Yep.
Okay, I'm bad at dancing, but let's try it.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well done, everyone.
Wow, my favorite one was the crab.
That was a short demonstration of what we do for warm-ups. So for most classes, after warm-ups, we'll do conditioning exercises where we strengthen our core and our arms. Then we'll move on to across the floor where we'll do a variations of kicks and turns across the dance studios, and we'll end the session off with a choreography class.
Yep, so now we're going to do a small demonstration section of our conditioning exercises, and we call this the Luigi arms. So you guys can challenge yourself and do it together with me. I'm going to just demonstrate it before we start the challenge. So basically, you're just going to imagine you're grabbing something, Remember to sort of fan out your fingers, make a small twirl, and push your arms out. So when you are doing this exercise, remember to engage your arms here. Yeah. So we're gonna do it to the side. You can do it either with your right hand or your left hand, but I'm gonna be doing it with both arms, so you guys can choose what you want to do. Okay. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job.
Wow, you guys really like Luigi. Thank you, Dance Ensemble. You've given me a lot to think about dance in such a short period of time. And we'll see you later during the Q&A. Now, let's look at what secret ingredient your questions have unlocked in the live chat. Let's take a look. Welcome to the Q&A. We've unlocked potato chips. Now that's interesting. We have many questions, but we'll only be asking our groups a few today. Remember, 21 tokens are up for grabs, 3 per group. So keep sending your questions in. Depending on the group you ask and how fast your fingers are, you might win customized guitar picks, thumb drives containing 3 tracks produced by EML members, Ilsa Tari stickers and batik wrist keychains, truffle chips from NUS.edu.sg, NUS stage shirts, the NUS choir pencil case, or Dance Ensemble's handmade batik wristlet keychains. Now, let's move on to our questions. I have a big bowl of questions here with me, so let's see who I get first. Okie dokie. Okay, this question is for Dance Ensemble. What inspires or influences choreography or the choice of music for Dance Ensemble?
Hi, I'm Ansi from NUS Dance Ensemble. So NUS Dance Ensemble usually has 2 main annual productions, Evocation and The Next Wave. So the items in Evocation is usually more exploratory by nature because it's for younger choreographers, a platform for them to explore different choreography concepts as well as themselves as a choreographer. Whereas The Next Wave is a larger scale production featuring full-length pieces by more experienced choreographers. And many of these items are actually inspired by deeper contemporary social issues. And these social issues are mostly felt in Singapore or even in the larger Southeast Asian context. So an example is the work of BTH by our artistic director Zaini, as well as Shau's item for The Next Wave last year, where they were both thought-provoking items about that question society's concept and perception about women and how they should behave. And as for music, I believe different choreographers have different influences for when it comes to selecting music. However, they usually are very unique pieces, and they are ones that require dancers to develop a strong sense of musicality. So if you actually want to find out more about NUS Dance Ensemble's dance items, you can head on down to our Instagram page at NUS Dance Ensemble. The last E is number 3. And you can actually find video interviews with the Next Wave choreographers introducing more about their items and what it means and what it entails. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Dance Ensemble. Let's move on to our next question, shall we? Okay. Okay. So this question is for Ilsa Tari. How do you make traditional dance relevant to your audiences?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Faiza. I'm from Ilsa Tari. So how do we make traditional dances relevant to our audience? When we perform, we usually introduce what our dance is about, and most of the time, traditional dancers always depict the way of life of our ancestors back in the kampung days. So when audiences watch these performances, I think it's an opportunity for them to reconnect to our roots or our past, or just take a walk back into time. On top of that, our dances are always accompanied by lively music and really pretty costumes that display our community, the spirit of gotong royong, or in other words, community spirit, which our Malay community really advocates and values. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like you're very big on spreading Malay culture, and I think that's fantastic. Now, let's move on to our next question. Thank you, Ilsa Tari. Okay, this question is for NUS.co. How do you work with newcomers unfamiliar with Chinese culture and tradition?
Hi everyone, so I'm Ray. I'm from NUS Chinese Orchestra. So when freshmen come into our orchestra, I think most importantly they are already brought together through the love for Chinese music. So I think that's a very good first step towards loving this Chinese music culture. And then from then on, we expose them to gigs like Chinese New Year, and then we also, through our initiatives like the Chinese NUS Chinese Orchestra Radio, we inculcate in them this sense of belonging and this love for Chinese music. And then through our mission, vision, value, and then we sort of just streamline all their thoughts into this, which is the love for Chinese music and the culture.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That was interesting. You have a radio. Okay, you can find out more in their Instagram probably. Let's move on to our next question, which is for Stage. So this question is, how often does NUS Stage have productions?
Okay, hi, I'm Amelia from NUSH, and thank you for your question. So to answer your question, in the upcoming academic year, we're planning to have two major productions. So the first of which is known as internal productions. So this is more of a showcase for freshmen or new undergrads to sort of like showcase a entirely student initiated and student produced production. And so usually this consists of plays that have been written and directed and acted in by our very own members without the guidance of our artistic director. So this is entirely something that belongs to the students and is entirely initiated by students. So that's for our internal productions. And it's also a great opportunity for anyone who wants to try out different roles like directing, acting, script writing, and even like front of house and publicity roles. Yeah. So for our other production, it's a larger scale production. We're working towards the NUS Arts Festival, which will be happening in March 2021. And so we'll be working through our training. So we'll be working with our tutor, Sean Tobin, towards devising a original and thought-provoking and socially relevant production for NAF in March 2021. So stay tuned for that. And if you're interested in being a part of it, please find out more about NUSH at our Instagram at NUSH.
Thank you, NUS Stage. Okay, you can follow all these groups on their Instagram to find out more about what they are saying right now. But we have to move on to our next question. Okay, so our next question is for NUS Choir. What is it like singing in an award-winning choir?
Hi, I'm Marcus Lim from NUS Choir. So I'll say that the NUS Choir is a very prestigious choir that that many JC choirs or secondary school choirs, they really want to really join this choir for this name. But although we are a very established choir, we do compete overseas. In 2018 we did win Choir of the World, and it's just to all these accolades are natural if you join the NS choir. But I think the most important and the strong our strength comes from the unity of the members, the community, because this family of members are a very solid bunch of people, and I feel that many of my best friends are from the NS choir. So if you would like to join this choir, if you like to sing, you like to meet new people and have a very close knit family relationship with the members, then come join the NS choir family. Follow us on Instagram.
So yeah, it looks like friendship is a big theme for NUS Choir. So we are on to our last two questions. So this question is for Genus. What is the greatest challenge you had to face when curating a musical piece for a concert?
Hello, I'm Natalie from Genus. So thank you for the question. I think it's a good question because Nibori guitar uses relatively uncommon instrumentation. So there's less repertoire around that's written for Nibori guitar, unlike orchestra or choir or wind symphony or whatever. So most of our music actually comes from the Nibori Academy in Japan. And other than that, we'll have some music from local composers like our artistic director, Dr. Robert Castiles, plus some of our arrangements by our own members. So that's one thing, which is the limited nature of our repertoire. Another thing is that while guitars can replicate Baroque music quite well, it's harder to replicate the sounds of brass and woodwind instruments because of the tone, color, and timbre is quite different. So romantic music, for example, is a bit more challenging. So I guess one of the biggest challenges in finding repertoire is the limited library. But Neighbor guitar is still very versatile because that makes it all the more easier for us to do new instruments because of the relatively simple nature of our instrumentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Genus. Okay, on to our last question. Okay, this question is for EML. Can I download an app to make electronic music on my mobile phone?
Oh, that's a very unique question. By the way, my name is Aisha from AML. And yeah, there's actually a lot of applications available now to create music on the go, and especially like free ones if you are unable to afford. On iOS, on your phone, there's already GarageBand. It's free for you, and it has a lot of the functions that you need. You can record your vocals. You can there's quite good MIDIs for piano sounds and stuff. And then for Android, there's a really good one called BandLab, and it's very similar. And you can color code. It's really like almost like a professional way to produce just on a smaller screen. So yeah, you can use those apps. It's really, really good.
Okay, I use Android, so I'll take your advice. Thank you, Aisha.
bad
And
app.
thank all these groups for their sharing. Okay, that's all for tonight. If you have any burning questions, hit up their Instagrams, like they mentioned, and they'll be able to answer all your questions in more detail. Thank you so much to all the groups, Genus, NUS Electronic Music Lab, NUS Ilsa Tari, NUS Chinese Orchestra, NUS Stage, NUS Choir, NUS Dance Ensemble. Thank you all for sharing your stories with us today. I appreciate your time. Thank you. For those of you who have won a token, we'll be getting in touch with you. Also, log on tomorrow on 21 August and on 21 August to catch more stories and win more prizes from the other CFA groups. Are you all ready to see what they have in store for you? Thank you for joining us and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, Abu. I can't wait to hear more from the rest of the CFA groups tomorrow. Unfortunately, we've come to our final Here to Win segment of the night. For those of you who've just joined us, we've been having these giveaways every hour throughout the whole night. For all our giveaways, we'll be asking a question about the Here Arts Carnival. You can find all the answers somewhere on the Here website. Just type the answer to our question in chat space, and the first 2 people to get it right stand a chance to win $50 worth of boba tea vouchers. That's enough to satisfy your bubble tea cravings for quite some time. So to wrap up tonight's Here to Win segment, here is the last question of the night. So earlier tonight we had a screening of Happy Birthday, a short film produced by New Studios Film Productions. Okay, in chat space, tell me, who was the director of that film? CFA is really filled with so many amazing talents and skilled artists, from filmmakers to dancers, musicians, and performers of various art forms, all coming together and creating art in the shared space of NUS. If you would like to discover the secrets of these artists, then Club Sandwich is the program for you. Club Sandwich is a talk show that features our 21 CFA Arts Excellence groups. Across the next 3 nights of the Here Arts Carnival, get to know our CFA groups and ask them your burning questions in chat space during the live Q&A. Tonight, we had our first episode featuring the first 7 groups, and tomorrow night there'll be another 7 groups in the hot seat. They'll be sharing more about their club and can answer any questions you might have. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for Club Sandwich. We have found our winners for our last Here to Win segment of the night, and we will contact you through your registered email address by Monday, so do look out for that. For those of you who missed your chance at winning tonight, don't fret. Over the next 2 days, we'll be having lots more giveaways as well as a whole host of exciting programs. So do join us again tomorrow as we dive into programs such as the Build a Bridge projects, the NUS Baba House Tour, and another episode of Screenshots. Also, playbacks from today's programs will be available on the Here website, so you can catch up on any of the programs you've missed or any programs you want to share with your friends. Now is the time that I bid you farewell. My name is Shireen, and it has been an honor hosting day 1 of the Here Arts Carnival. Join us again here tomorrow, and may you guys have a lovely night. Good night.